YouTube. I am back on a Tuesday and I remembered to push all the buttons. Can we give a round of applause for Lonnie? She pushed all the buttons. So I am back and gosh, I am so tired today, but I correctly pushed all the buttons. So maybe sometimes I'm getting too much sleep. Who knows? But I'm back. It's a Tuesday, and we're going to have a great hour of hanging out, and we are going to be looking at everything Doc Martens. That's right. You heard me. Everything Doc Martens. I do not know why I sound like a sportscaster, but this is the voice that I am coming up with today. So far we have Linda and Lauren. Let's give a round of applause for Linda and Lauren. We're going to have lots of clapping, lots of fun, and we're going to look at a lot of fashion. Take a breath, Lonnie. So yeah, I got up this morning. I'm back into my gym routine. So I've been up since 4 o'clock. Actually, I kind of woke up a little bit before 4. Went to the gym, worked out, took Indy for a walk, did a TikTok live, recorded two videos, got dressed. And actually, I got dressed before I recorded the videos. Hello, Spider King. How are you? And welcome, my friend. This is going to be a great hour. We're going to be looking at some amazing Doc Martens. Now, so I got up, went to the gym, walked Indy, looked at some emails, recorded 2 TikToks, went live on TikTok already, and now I'm here with you. And I have, Lauren says, I missed you yesterday on YouTube. I completely forgot and focused on work. Well, you know what, Lauren, I would say that was not the right thing to do, but I think focusing on work sometimes is probably the best thing. And so I'm glad that you did that. I am good. Thank you so much, Spider King. Hello, Linda. And we are we're going to have a great time. That's just all I'm going to say. We're going to have a great time. Now, I am here just in case you ever want to jump over to TikTok. I do go live on TikTok twice a day also, besides being here Monday through Friday. And I've come up with this. I'm going to say it again because this week's outfit of the days is all about thrifting fashion. And the outfit that I'm going to show you that I wore yesterday, I wore those amazing yellow thrifted pants. So what I have decided to do, and it worked out really well last weekend, is I took TikTok thrifting with me. And I actually went live on my phone and we went thrifting. And today I'm going to look at just one of the pair of pants that I got. Today's fashion has a thrifted item because not only am I doing my fashion for the day, but everything this week has to have one thrifted item in it. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is if you ever want to go thrifting with me, head over to TikTok on the weekends. I will be thrifting with you over there. So let's start right off and look at the outfit that I wore yesterday because I actually really liked these pants. And I am just flabbergasted that it has taken me this long to figure out that wearing men's pants is like the ultimate pair of boyfriend jeans. They're my favorite style. And for this long, I've been like, well, I'm just going to get a pair of boyfriend jeans. No, if you have not worn a pair of men's jeans before, they're amazing. The fit, I think, was spot on. I don't know what they do differently for women's jeans, but they need to stop it. I think, you know what I think they do? I think they make them too tight. The comfort level between men's jeans and women's jeans is unprecedented. So anyway, I don't want to go off on a little mini tyrant, but let's take a look at yesterday's outfit. And then we're going to talk more about this whole thrifting thing and men's jeans. So here's yesterday's outfit. Day 31 of my style journey is a 59-year-old woman out to prove you do not lose your style with age. And today I'm going to style these. This week is going to be all about thrifting, and I found these amazing pants. I love yellow for $11.99. Yes, they are men's jeans. Do I care? No. And let me show you how I'm going to style them. Like I said, they're too big, but that's what I love about them. I started with my Clean Line Muscle Tank from Free People. I've had this top forever, again from Free People, but I want to layer it up, and I like how the colors in this top pull out the colors of the pants. I have my top on inside out. So let me fix that. Much better. I do need to add a belt because, like I said, they are oversized. And I'm using this cute Target belt. I'm going to tuck it in just a little bit more so I can see the belt. I'm going to go with the chunky loafers, but let me know in the comments which ones did you like best. All together, I love these pants. Loving it. And for my jacket, because we all know that fall's gonna be here soon, I would be picking my Erlaz denim jacket. For my accessories, I'm gonna do my favorites. Michael Kors sunglasses, Rebecca Minkoff backpack, and my little necklace. I feel like a really fancy hip bumblebee. Day 31 is in the books. Let me know what you thought about today's outfit. I'll be back tomorrow with another thrift find. And until then, remember, wear what you want, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Day 31 of my
Okay,
style
so-
journey as a 59-year-old.
Lonnie, let's take a look at a couple of things on this outfit. For one thing, the color of these pants is what stopped me in my tracks. I found these actually, hold on here, let's get to these pants, Okay, I found these in the women's department. I was in the Levi's. I found 3 pairs of really nice Levi's on that thrifting journey, but the color on these just stopped me. I was like, oh, I have to have these. And these are a size 34. They're way too big, but I like how they hit me like on my, you're a really cute bumblebee. Thank you, Sky Pastel. So I really like how they hit lower. Now, when I did my try on, hello, Dee. When I did my try on Sunday, I had grabbed a belt that was different than this one. And what had happened is that it was a little bit of like a smaller belt. So I actually had to like pull the pants up higher, but I lost the fit on the jean. What happened is that when I was trying to make them hit me like right on my waist, kind of like a woman's kind of like how they cut the jean, it was making the inseam way too short. So what I needed and how I fixed that problem is I got this belt. This is a really cute Target belt, and I was able to have my jeans set lower on my hips while I can still wear the belt to tighten them enough to be able to wear these oversized men's pants. So this little belt right here, that's like one of those belts where you put it through the loop and then you feed it back over and you can tighten it this way. I 100% say we all need one of these belts in our closet, because this belt right here, again, you can adjust it to be higher up in your waist, or you can wear it with pants like this that are going to be lower and hitting you on your hips. So that's how I fixed that problem with the belt. And then also too, the cuff right here. This is everywhere. This big cuff like this is super trendy. And what I used to do on something like this, I probably would have cuffed it twice. But what would have happened then is it would have made the cuffing part of it, it would have made it bulky. And it kind of would have given it almost like a bloop, bloop kind of look. Double cuff if you want, but to make it a little bit more trendy and a little bit more 2023, do one big cuff. And this is a big cuff, but I think, again, that's what really gave this outfit a kind of a little trendy look. And I love the fit. I cannot say this enough. The fit right here in the leg, it seems like for the women's jeans, and I am going to have a hard time going back to women's jeans, but it seems to me like they make it like really tight in the hips, really tight in the thighs, and then they just don't fit as well. So I'm 100% sold on men's Levi's. I ended up getting these for $11, and I could not be happier. And just like I said, everything about this fit. And then this jacket, that's that Erlaz jacket. That was my birthday present to myself. And I really like how the blue and the yellow go together. So again, this was one of my favorite outfits that I have put together so far this year. It's only been 32 days. Why am I saying this year? But I'm looking forward to more of these amazing outfits. So that was my outfit for yesterday. And then, like I said, I am actually going on I'm going on a thrifting week. This is my week. Everything has to be thrifted this week. At least one item in on my outfit needs to be thrifted. And for today's outfit, I'm not going to give you a spoiler alert. I'm actually going to make you wait for today's outfit. But my thrifted item for today is this cabbie jacket. And remember when we looked back and we looked at the cabbie fashion show and I was just drooling over all of the cabbie jackets? Well, the reason that I was is because a lot of their jackets is made out of what's called a ponte knit. And look, they are just so incredibly comfortable. It's a real thick, soft knit. Hello, Bad Fairy. It's a really thick, soft knit, but incredibly comfortable. Now, I am by no means endorsing cabbie as like go to the cabbie website and pay $200 for a jacket. But I'm saying that cabbie is one of those brands that if you don't know to look for it, you don't know to look for it. And not every cabbie piece is a home run for me, but every cabbie jacket is a potentially coming home with me because I think that they have amazing jackets, amazing lines, everything about cabbie jackets work for me. So if you're out there thrifting and you see one, try it on regardless of the size and see if you can make it work because I think that they are a great thrift find and it's something that we just need to always be on the lookout. So going back to thrifting, on Saturday, we're gonna go to a vintage resale shop here in town, and it's not a thrift store, so it's not like people can go and just donate stuff. These are things that you have to go. They have to look at them, and then they buy them, and then they turn around and resell them. And they've got some amazing vintage items in their store. And so I'm going to go there on Saturday. So I'll be finding some more stuff. And of course, I will share it with you because that's just what I do. So let's start on our Doc Martens journey. And, Linda says the color of your jacket is very on trend. Yes, this is like it's like a chartreuse. I guess that's the right color. We were having a debate over the color this morning, and somebody called it mustard, and it's not mustard. There's too much green. It could be like avocado green. Remember the appliances in the 70s? Everything was green. It kind of reminds me of that color, or it reminds me of what was the other one I was going to say? Kind of like avocado green. But I think it's a beautiful color, and I absolutely love the details of this jacket. So let's start our Doc Marten journey. And the way I was thinking that we were going to do it is this is all my personal collection. These are the boots that I have collected over the last 28 years. I'd say chartreuse. Yeah, I think that's the true color. And it's a really weird day outside. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out if I'm hot or if I'm cold. And it's not like a hot flash thing. It's more like it's overcast. And then when the breeze comes up, it's cold. But when it's not cold. So I'm going to be putting my jacket on and off all day. And yes, I'm wearing my strapless top. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing. I'm just not going to show it to you. I'm wearing my strapless top from Zara. I'm wearing my harness from Free People. I have on my denim skirt from H&M with my Vonda high boots. Is this a cute outfit? Yes. Oh my gosh, I just gave myself a hottie flash. I really like this outfit. I think so far, besides yesterday, today's outfit is my favorite, but you're going to have to wait until tomorrow. I'm going to make you wait. Hello, Kelly. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at my collection, and I'm going to give you like a little review of them. If you have any questions, let me know. And again, I don't work for Doc Martens. I had somebody ask me that over the weekend. They're like, how do you have so many boots? And I'm like, well, I'm older, for one thing. I'm almost 60 years old. I've been wearing these for 30 years. I mean, it's not like I just started my collection last year and I bought, 19 pairs of Doc Martens, which I think that's how many I have. This is something that I have collected over, a decades. So I'm like, well, I work really hard and I bought myself Doc Martens. That's how I got them. But also, too, Doc Martens has been an amazing partner in my journey as an influencer, which is like one of the few brands. And I'm gonna digress here really quick before we look at the boots because I think that this is an important message. Doc Martens is one of the few brands that has actually embraced me for being the person who I am, being the age that I am. I feel like they see me as a 59-year-old woman who's still wearing their products. A lot of the other brands, when you become my age, you become invisible. Now, does that make me want to stop wearing their brands? No, absolutely not. I am not going to wait for their permission to wear whatever I want. But it does make me really thankful to Doc Martens for being that brand that still sees us. Because I know a lot of us have been wearing these boots when we were in our 20s. And now that we're in almost our 60s or 70s, that we're still wearing them. And it's really nice to have that recognition. It's not necessary, but it is nice. So I do want to, at least say thank you, Doc Martens. It's thank you for seeing us. Linda says, I have 11 pairs and like you have collected them over the years, but they last a long time. Yes. And you know what? And here's the thing, Linda, and I don't know if you get this or not, and I meant like this comment. I know you get what I'm going to say, but a lot of times like people are like, well, they're too expensive. But I think what they're thinking of is I think they're thinking of this brand like as almost like a fast fashion sort of kind of sense. Because, fast fashion is just that. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's fashion that is made, that is not meant to last. And Doc Martens is the complete opposite. They're meant to last. They're built in a manner that lasts decades. That's one of the reasons why they are so incredibly hard to break in. They're stiff. The leather is, well constructed, but it's real stiff leather because it's heavy. So, and I understand how like a younger generation who grew up on fast fashion can be like, well, why are they so expensive? Everything else is cheap. Everything else I wear and I don't like it. I toss it because it only cost me $4 to buy and I'm just going to buy something else. Whereas our generation, my generation is like, you buy something, you hold on to it and it's going to last for a long time. And that's where I think a lot of times people come into the ideology of Doc Martens of like, why are they so expensive? And they are because people like Linda and I have over the years, we've collected these boots and then we've held on to them. And that's how we get to this collection that we have. Lauren says, I bought my first pair this year and I've been wanting them for years. And ever since I saw them, I'm 29 and I'm only able to afford to get it. Yeah. And you know what? And that's just the whole thing. But Lauren, you're 29. I was 20. I was right about your age when I bought my first pair of Doc Martens. And there was a time period where I could not afford any new ones. I was a single mom. I couldn't even afford electricity. I couldn't even afford anything for myself, let alone a pair of Doc Marten boots. That's why I get it. But, it's like if you buy them now when you're my age, you're going to have a huge collection. Hello, Wendy. Wendy. I was trying to read your last name, but it's like might be Tiom. We'll just call you Wendy. Hi, everyone. So glad I made it today. Love all my docs. Awesome. Yay. I'm glad you made it today, too. So, yeah. And you know what? And that's just the whole thing. It's like, it's something that you invest in that is going to last. So I had a lot of comments after I made this video of like, how can you afford them? That is one of the ways. Ooh, Bad Fairy just ordered the 1461s in cherry. Nice. So I've been collecting them for a long time and I am not opposed to buying them resale. I have bought 2 pairs from Poshmark where they're already broken in. They're already pre-worn. I've got no problem at all buying used Doc Martens. Get a Lysol wipe, clean them up, get some of their Wonder Balm, clean up the outside, and I'm perfectly okay with it. So I have bought some that are resold. I look for them on sale, and then Doc Martens has given me like 5 pairs of boots. So, I mean, a lot of these boots that we're going to be looking at were gifted to me from Doc Martens themselves. So it's like, it was really weird. It was like, I have people all the time asking me, they're like, please share your Doc Marten collection. And then I share it, and then people are like, well, how did you afford that? Why do you have so many boots? And I'm like, I can't please everybody. So I'm just, so long as I'm pleasing you, that's all that matters. So we are going to now take a look at my Doc Marten collection. I am going to have to take the music off, so I'll hum to you. You can have the rest of the coffee. So I will sing to you because I don't want to get a copyright, but here we go. Yes, I have Hello Kitty Doc Martens. Okay, so the first pair here, because I think it would be better if we talk about each pair. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. So the first pair right here, this is my Leona boot, which is absolutely love. The Leona boot is the first real boot that I bought again once I got back into being able to be financially secure enough to buy $180 boots, but I did. And I absolutely love these boots. One of the things I love about them are the little riveting here up the sides. So those are cool. They have a different lace than the normal ones. Now, if you want to wear these while you're traveling, be prepared. You cannot get through the metal detector with these boots on. I have the TSA pre-check, so I don't have to take off my shoes. If I travel in my Doc Martens, I have to take off my shoes. Now, these right here, this is a scuff mark. I mean, it does happen. It doesn't bother me when my Doc Martens get scuffed. To me, it tells a story. Just like me, I'm all scuffed up. My Doc Martens can get a little scuffed up. What I can do is, how I would clean this is I would just get like a warm rag, a little soapy water, not much. I would clean this off. And then they have a product called Wonder Balm, and that Wonder Balm actually brings back the coloring. So anytime that you, if you have a scratched boot or something like that, get the Wonder Balm, it will bring them back. If they last 3 years, that's only $50 a year. Yeah. You know what? And that's just the whole thing. And that's, I don't think that people understand the longevity of a Doc Marten boot, because if you do take good care of it, it will last so long. I have a pair of boots on my collection that are the ones that I wore in 1995. So they're 30 years old and they still have held up, and they're still perfectly good boots. So I have, oh, wow. Yeah. So Linda says, I had a pair for 13 years that I wore out. And it's, if I can wear something for 13 years, I'm going to consider it a good investment. So these are the chestnut color, okay. So another thing I want to do is I want to show you what they have available now, because this is going to be fun. And truthfully, I don't even know if we're going to get through this whole video today. If we don't get through the whole video today, we'll finish it tomorrow. But that chestnut color that I just showed you, they no longer have that exact color, but they do have something very similar. And while this one's not called the chestnut, I don't need that. This one is the Farrier leather, which, I mean, it's pretty darn close. I love everything about this boot. Another thing that I really like is that it is platform, and then it also has a heel, which a lot of the Doc Martens have their platforms, but they have the solid platform. This one has a little heel to it. A little unknown fact about the Leona boot. The Leona boot, in my opinion, is hands down the easiest boot to break in. It's just something about the leather that they use for this particular boot is extremely soft. So it is something that if you want an easy boot to break in, I 100% say a Leona boot. They have it in this color here. This is a vintage taupe. This is a pretty color. I actually, you know what? If I had to pick between this color and the white, I probably would lean more towards this one. I wear my white Docs, but they are definitely a statement boot, and but I really like that color. And then they have it here in black. Now the black Leona boot is the first boot that I bought when I was able to afford Doc Martens again. I still have them, and I'll show you what they look like. They are I've had them now for about 7 years, and I'll show you how they look. And then they have this color here. This is bone. Now this one's actually on sale for $133. So this one's pretty also. So those are the colors that they have available at Doc Martens, just in case you want to take a look. But let's go back to my collection here really quick. And really quick. There we go. So I have this color here that is like the that brown one that we saw, but this color was called chestnut. And then I also have it in the black. Now these boots right here are, like I said, they're about 7, 8 years old. And you can see on the front right here, they're very lightly scuffed, nothing bad. So, softest, most comfortable boots I have. They are cheaper than the new rocks. Really? See, and that's just the whole thing. I mean, they have such a bad reputation for being expensive, heavy, and uncomfortable. And I'm telling you right now, they are so not that. Doc Martens are like the pit bull of the shoe world. They are so misrepresented. Everybody thinks they're like this big, evil, terribly uncomfortable, heavy boot. And they're just the sweetest little loving shoes. You know what? I'm going to start. That's my new saying is that they are Doc Martens are the pit bull of the shoe world. Again, I've had these for like 8 years. They are so comfortable. If I go to San Francisco and I know that we're going to have a really long walking day, I'll wear these, and never have I had a blister. And I usually walk like 10 miles when I have a big day in San Francisco. So I have this color, and then I have this color. This is a burgundy that they no longer have new. I have seen these I've seen them on Amazon, and I've seen them a while back at the rack, but the most likely coming from Amazon. Tina says, "Hi, Lonnie. I'm so sorry I missed you this morning on TikTok." No problem. You know what? I'll be back tomorrow. I am there every morning between 6:45 and 7. And in case you all are wondering, I go live every morning on TikTok to put my makeup on and to pick my outfit for the day. So if you ever want to hang out with me while I put my makeup on, you just have to head over to TikTok. So these are the burgundy Leona boots. And besides my black ones, these are probably the next pair that I wear the most because I think they're a great alternative to a black boot. If you can find like a dark cherry or a dark burgundy boot, 100% jump all over that. I love these. Yes, these are, like I said, besides my black ones are my go-to because I think everybody needs a good pair of black boots. Whether they're Doc Martens or not, you all need a comfortable pair of black, just go-to black boots. These are so dark and have such that rich color that it's almost like, are those black? Are those burgundy? And true story. I went to work one day and I looked down and I'm like, I have 2 different colored shoes on. Yep. I had a black Doc Marten and a burgundy Doc Marten. And I'm just like, so what? I didn't care. I stayed at work all day long with 2 different color shoes. I was not going to let that ruin my day. And then the last pair of Leona boots I have are these. And these are called Nubuck. And I haven't seen these since I bought them. They're a different material. Where the other Leona boots are a leather boot, these are more of a suede boot. Extremely comfortable. But if I were going to have to call them something, I would call them delicate. Peggy says, "How heavy are they?" they're not. I mean, I have other shoes that I think are heavier, and I don't want to be like, oh, they're light as a feather, but they're not. But they're very comfortable. Like I said, I can walk miles and miles and miles in my Doc Marten Leona boots, and I can absolutely be perfectly fine. Now, not every Doc Marten boot is created the same. I went to San Francisco in a pair of, I'll show you which ones I went to. I was under the, I don't know, I did such a rookie mistake. I bought a new pair of Sinclair Doc Martens. I gifted them away. I was so traumatized by these boots. I did not keep them. But let me show you which ones these are. They're the Sinclair boot. They're a very cute boot, but I wore these to San Francisco. And I was thinking that they would be comfortable. Now these are more of these are called a Napa leather. These right here are different than the ones that I bought. Mine were not this Napa leather. And all Doc Martens, again, are not created equal because this leather right here is a softer leather than some of the other leather. So I had just regular old Doc Marten leather on this boot. I wore it to San Francisco and I practically had to crawl home. My feet were so cut up that I had to wear Band-Aids on my feet for a while. And the next morning I was like, my feet felt like they were on fire. So not every boot is a easy boot to break in, and it's just the way it is. And I have people sometimes being like, "Are you kidding? Sinclair boots are the easiest boots to break in." I'm like, "No, they're not. They are horribly haunted demon boots." So I guess every thing that I'm saying is by my personal opinion, but as you can tell, I was totally traumatized. I was buying boxes of Band-Aids and trying to put them on my feet. Had I thought about it, I should have just stopped and bought a pair of like cheap tennis shoes and carried my Doc Martens around, but I didn't. So these right here, super soft. These are a little bit more delicate. They're a suede. They're made out of suede. They're a little bit of scuffing right there. If you have suede boots, the only way to clean suede boots that I know of is you get like a little brush and you're like, and you brush them. If I were to wear these more often, I would definitely waterproof them and stain proof them. They are not. So again, these are a little bit more of my special boots. So those are the 4 Doc Marten Leona boots that I have. Bye, Lauren. I love you. See you maybe tonight on TikTok or tomorrow. So I have the nubuck, the dark burgundy, the black, and then the chestnut. I think they look great with skirts, dresses, pants, you name it. These go with just about everything. Okay, now we're looking at, these are the Chelsea boots. And these are, I believe, are the 1940 quads. So they do have a little bit of a platform, which I really do like. And if you notice here that the shaft of the boot is not as high as the Leona boot. So when you're picking out your Doc Martens for your outfit, I find that if I have a pair of cropped pants that hit just above my ankle, I'll go and I'll grab one of the Leona boots because they lace up really nicely. They're snug to my leg, and then my pant will go right over the top of the boot. And I think it's a nice look. It's tailored and it goes together really nicely. Whereas with this Chelsea boot, this is much shorter. So if I have a pair of pants that hit me right at the ankle, they have a tendency to get kind of like caught up with this tag right here. And I personally just don't think it is as clean of a look as the Leona boot with something like cropped pants. Now I'll wear these with, Kelly says, love the Doc Chelsea boots, super comfortable. Yes. And I'll wear these with like my wide leg pants or my jeans or something like that. Very easy to break in. Just like Kelly said, very easy to break in. And I was a little reluctant to buy these boots in the beginning because I was thinking along the lines like the Sinclair boots, you know, how they had the zipper up the front with no ties. What happened to my feet and why they got so traumatized is because my foot was flapping around in there and it was just rubbing the skin off. And I was worried that the same thing was going to happen with these Chelsea boots. Was going to happen with these Chelsea boots. Did not happen at all. I don't know how they're made differently. I just know that they don't slip around. But I've never had any problems with these. Sinclairs, again, Sinclairs on the other hand are like devil boots. These are not, they're great boots. And I absolutely love these. Again, I wear these, I'll wear these with skirts and dresses, maybe some wide leg pants. I have a tendency to stay away from the crop pants with these. So the next pair of boots we're taking a look at these are my little Smith loafers. I cannot say how much I love these loafers. I walked into the Doc Martens store in San Francisco. I saw these and I instantly wanted them. I walked out of the Doc Martens store without them. I couldn't justify buying them at full price. But what I did is I just basically stocked them until I found them on sale. And I found these at the end of the year sale at Nordstrom's. And I ended up getting these for like $80. And I love these so, so much. Now, the Smith loafer, like these right here, are very comfortable. And they do come, they still offer them. I'm just not too sure in what colors. So we are going to take a look and see what colors are available because I'm always curious myself. Okay, so what they have available is they have the black, the smooth black, and then they have it in brown and then again in black. And then they also have some cute colors. These are $105. These are on sale. I like the pattern on these. These are marbled. And as you can tell, they're unisex. So you just pick out your size. I found that they ran very true to size. I'm a true size 6. Those Smith loafers that I just showed you, size 6, fit perfectly right outside of the box. Or right outside of the box. I think these are cool. I really do like this color. So they have this one here. They have a pretty green one, or they have it in like a peach. So they do have Smiths. These are on sale for $105. I mean, I spent a little bit less than that. Originally $150. They run true to size, and I think that they were a great boot or a great shoe to break in. I have had to freeze one of my pairs of shoes, and I will show you which one when we get there. But the freezing method that I do use does work on both the boot and the shoe. And I'm going to say it again because I do like to do my little disclosure. I only recommend that freezing method on true leather boots and shoes. Don't do it with something like this because this is sadly it's like an animal hair. I think it's like pony hair. I don't know. I hate to think that some pony had to lose its life for these shoes. So we're not going to talk about it very long, but the shoes were already made. I just bought them, but don't do like patent leather. Don't do vegan. I wouldn't do anything like this. I would not do suede. Only freeze your boots if they are the true leather boot. So moving on. So I have those. Now these are my Adrian snaffles. My burgundy Leona boot is my go-to boot. These are my go-to loafers. I've had these for probably, 4 or 5 years, maybe 4 years. And they were comfortable right outside of the box. And I absolutely love them. I love them so much that sometimes I have to purposely tell myself I can't wear them again because I'll be styling an outfit and then I'll go to grab for my snaffles and I'm like, no, Lonnie, You have to show them something else. They're going to think that you have one pair of shoes. And if I only had one pair, it would be them. And it's taken me, I won't say that it's taken me a long time to break in. It wasn't the easiest shoe, but it was by far worth every moment. Now, that's really cute. Okay, so let's take a look at it. There's two different sorts of Adrian loafers. You have the Adrian snaffle, and the snaffle is this little silver thing right here on top, or you have the Adrian tassel. So you have a snaffle and a tassel. And the difference is that the tassel is right here, and as you can see, it's just a tassel. And then the snaffle has that little silver. So they do have it, and it's right here. That's black, and they have they have it in black and white. That reminds me of white shoes like this. Always reminds me of Ducky in was it 18 Candles? Remember Ducky from 18 Candles? He was the same guy that was on 2.5 Men, John Cryer. That's his name. White loafers like this, 100%. Every time I think about it, reminds me of Ducky. I really like these. I just saw a pair too that I was like making me drool. I really do like these. I love that mixed pattern. These are $170, so they're a little bit more expensive. These are the ones that I'm drooling over right here. I think that these are so cute. I have not seen these with a platform. These are $190. I will be stocking these 100%. I will find these on sale and I will buy these. I'm just not going to buy them today, but these will be my next ones. These are amazing. Love these. Yep. All right. So I'm going to stop drooling over there and I'm going to keep looking. They have them in brown and then they have them kind of like in the suede like they did. Oh, look at those. Those are pink ones. They're cute. And they have the pink, they have the green, like emerald, and then they have like a tan. So they have, this is more of the suede, like it says right there, suede. They have them in more of the smooth leather with different colors. They have these are vegan, which I did not realize that they had vegan. So I really like that. Let's see here. They have the pink and the green. They have all sorts of different ones. These are cute, but I really like the animal print on the other ones. We have our Ducky shoes. These are made in England, and those are really cute for $182. And so, yeah, they have a very good selection of the Adrian loafer. Again, one of my favorites, and it's held up, and I think that it has such a cool look. It has such an amazing vibe, and I love wearing that with mixed patterns. I'll wear these with Tina. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. You're such a doll. I love you. Thank you. These I'll wear with camo. I'll wear them with plaid. It doesn't matter. I absolutely love mixing the patterns of these shoes. So we have those, and moving on. The next ones, these are my very first pair of vegan Doc Martens. And I recently did a campaign with Doc Martens for their Icon brand. It was like their iconic boot. It was like they were looking for somebody who's been wearing Doc Martens a long time. And I was like, me. So I did a campaign for them. And part of the campaign is that they gifted me a new pair of boots. And they let me pick out whichever pair I wanted. And these are the ones that I picked out. I've been eyeing the 1461s, the meat leather, I was going to say the meat leather. Let's see them. The 1461 Met leather. Let's take a look at those, Kelly. And so I had been wanting to try the vegan. Like I said, it's like I felt really bad over the Smith ones. That I wanted to like replace it with a vegan one. So the 1461 Met leather. Let's see what those look like. Are these the ones that you're talking about? Oh, yeah. Well, they're on sale here. I don't know if you know that or not, but they are on sale and they're $98. And if you buy them directly from, if you buy them from Doc Martens, then you get an extra 10% off. But those are really cool. Yep, those are the Met. Those are those are those are very classic. Now, anytime, I'm telling you right now, anytime that Doc Martens does a collaboration, um, they almost become a collector item, I guess is the way I'm trying to say it. But they're sold out of all the women's sizes. No, they're not. They have all the sizes right here. What size do you wear? Because are you in the US? Because they have all the sizes are available. Did you know that? Tell me what size you are. We'll find you your boots. But any collection, any sort of collaboration that they do, instantly the value is going to go up. But like I have a few, and the one that I didn't get, that I missed, that I kick myself repeatedly over is the Marc Jacobs collaboration with Doc Martens. I will show you what I'm talking about. You have to look for them on Poshmark, and they are, I don't know, there's just something about them that I drool every time I see them. No, Canada. Oh, okay. And just checked on the website this morning. There's got to be a way around that. Isn't that, that's just weird. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about this, Kelly. So, Jacobs, Doc Martens. Let's see if I can show you the ones that I missed. I just thought that they had, yes, these are the ones. You know what? They're $200, but I mean, still $200 for, these are the ones that I really like. There's just, I think it's the soles of this one. They're extra chunky, and I just think that they have such a cool look. So this is Marc Jacobs collaboration with their collaboration with Doc Martens. So anytime that they have a collaboration that they do, if you don't get it while they're out, you're never going to get it. Or you can, but it would be through Doc Martens. Oh, you know what? Let me think of something really quick. Hold on. Just, I want to do something really quick. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm on a mission, Kelly. I'm going to find you those. What size are you, by the way? Tell me what size you are, because I just found them on, I just found these. And I just don't, you know what, truthfully, I just don't know the rules about, I don't know the rules about shipping to Canada. So I don't know if it's something, oh, well, I'll talk to you about it. I'm like all obsessed with finding you these shoes. This is how intense I am about my shopping sometimes. I'm all like, if you want it, I'll find it for you. And then sometimes I get a little sidetracked, as you can tell. So those were, which ones were we on? Oh, so we're back to the vegan. So I was able to, they gifted me a pair of boots. I asked for these right here, the vegan ones. I have never broken in a pair of vegan boots before. And you know what? Truthfully, I was a little surprised when I got the boots. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking it for it to at least pretend to be like real leather, but it's not. And what was really surprising me was that the interior of the boot is like a cloth. And I was like, for some reason I was surprised. I was like, open it up. I'm like, why is it cloth on the inside? I'm like, oh yeah, Lonnie, it's because it's faux leather. It's a vegan leather. So I've heard Robert has these boots and he says that they were really easy to break in. I'm going to be breaking them in this fall and I'll keep you updated. But I thought that these were really pretty red. Linda says, I got the Clash ones last year and they sold out really quick. Yes. And that's just the whole thing with the collaborations. Again, you know, if you see it, you want it, you have to buy it because once it's done, it's done. And that's where like the real whole like collecting thing comes in, is that people start getting these collaborations and they hold on to them. And it's a good thing to hold on to. Now, these are, it's here. I bought these shoes, but these have since been returned. And there was nothing wrong with these shoes. They were exactly everything the way I wanted them to be. I just couldn't. They're cute. They were comfortable. They fit. But when I put them on, they reminded me so much of my Leona boot. They reminded me of those butterscotch Leona boots that I just showed you, but they just felt different. And I was like, Lonnie, all right, let's sit down and have a moment here. Let's just talk. And I'm like, yes, what do you have to say? And I'm like, do you really need these boots? Are they going to be so size 6, but have to wait anyways, financially can't swing anything like that for a bit, hence the thrifting. All right. Well, you need to follow me on TikTok and become a subscriber because I am going to be gifting somebody a new pair of Doc Marten boots once I have 100 subscribers on TikTok. I currently have 17 subscribers, but if you want Kelly, if you join TikTok and you follow me as a live subscriber, I'm going to gift somebody a new pair of Doc Martens. So it's a way to get a pair of new Doc Martens. Just saying. So it's a chance. I mean, Tina follows me over there. And what I'm going to do is once I get 100 subscribers, I'm going to write down everybody's name. I'm going to pull out one name and they can pick a pair of boots. So just saying. So anyway, I was talking to myself and really truthfully, I couldn't justify the purchase. If I'm going to spend this amount of money for a pair of Doc Martens, I want it to be something completely different than what I have. You know, I would rather go back and get those platform Adrian snaffles, instead of this one that looks exactly like something that I already had. Everyone subscribe. It's so much fun. Tina's with me every night, and we hang out, and it is a lot of fun. It's a live much like this, but completely different. And it's a different platform, a different content, and it's much more, I guess, casual. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Being that it's on my phone, it's much more mobile. Let's just put it that way. So these sadly went back, and I, again, am eyeing those other ones. Now, these right here, these are moving over to the Jaden boot. The Jaden boot, I really like the Jaden. I really don't like the white ones. And it's not that I don't like the white ones. They were just so hard to break in. And please don't argue with me with this because somebody who actually works for Doc Martens told me this, but when you get a heavily dyed boot, hence the white boot, the red boot, the purple boot, the pink boot, any boot that they've had to heavily dye, it's going to be I spend much more money a month on coffee. Very true, Tina. But any boot that they have to heavily dye is going to be harder to break in. I mean, if they were to make white Leona boots, I guarantee you it would be a hard boot to break in. So it's not so much the fact that it's a Jaden boot that it was hard to break in, but it's the simple fact that it's a heavily dyed Jaden boot made it very difficult to break in. I got to the point where I couldn't even wear them, and I was so bummed because I think that these are an amazing statement boot. I think that these are the kind of boot where it's like you can wear a monochromatic outfit, you pop on those white Doc Martens, and it's like, whoa, that's a really bold statement there on your foot. So great boot, just know when you buy it, it's going to be hard to break in. Now, if you'll see right here, I have a scuff here. And then if you look right there, I have a little rip in the leather of my boot. Because before I came up with the, now I didn't come up with it. I'm not going to take credit for this. But before somebody told me about freezing Doc Martens, I was at the end of my rope. I'm like, there's nothing I can do with these boots. These are very nice bookends. You know, I can put some flowers in them and turn them into vases, but I can't wear these boots. So I got so desperate, I took a hammer to my boot. And I put a cloth over the top and I sat right there. And I was just outside and I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. I felt like one of those old time blacksmiths. I'm just like, doing, doing, doing. And I just beat the ever living crap out of my boot. Excuse me, YouTube, but that's the only way that I can express how I was whacking on that. It was like a whack-a-mole thing. And what happened is, unfortunately, one strike of the hammer and it did cut my boot. So I no longer recommend beating up your boot with a hammer. I'm telling you right now, it has a possibility of hurting it. So somebody reached out to me. They're like, Lonnie, try freezing it. It's an old time method of how people used to stretch out their boots. And I'm like, what? And I have to tell you, I have gone viral more times talking about freezing Doc Marten boots than any other time. I just recently did a TikTok on TikTok. I guess that's the only place that you do TikToks. But last time I checked, it was, let's see. Last time I checked, it was at, not that it matters, but I think it's at 1.7 or 1.8 million views, and it's all about freezing Doc Martens because it's a real thing. I mean, people get Doc Martens all the time and they can't wear their boots. And sometimes, yes, sometimes it's the leather. Sometimes it's the boot itself that is really difficult to wear. But also, too, I'm going to say it right now, I think a lot of times it's the people are getting their boots in the wrong size. Peggy says, I am eyeing the Devon Flower Buckle platform boot in lilac. Beautiful. But many of the reviewers say that it was really heavy. Do you have any of the Devon boots? I can't remember. Peggy, I don't have any Devon boots, but it's all goes along the it all goes along with the myth of them being heavy, uncomfortable, and expensive. I mean, I personally, when I go to grab a pair of Doc Martens, I'm never walking around being like, oh man, I feel like I've got weights on my feet. I mean, I have palladium tennis shoes that are heavy. I have a pair of clogs, Jessica Simpson clogs that are really cute, that are really heavy. And so it really is going to depend on you, your foot, and how it makes you feel. I 100%, I say buy it. Buy it through the Doc Marten website, get it home, try it on, and wear it around the house for an hour. If it's too heavy and if you don't like it, return it. And that's a really cool thing about buying it from someplace like Doc Martens directly. They have a great return policy. Free People has a great return policy. Nordstrom's has a great return policy. I would buy it someplace, try it, and then just know. Now, I don't have the Devon Flower Buckle, but from what I've been hearing, it's a super easy boot to break in, and it has soft leather. So as far as I'm concerned, I say buy it, try it. If you don't like it, return it. And if you think that the Devon boot is too heavy, let's go over to there really quick. Hold on. Let's go over here because I want to show you something. Hold, please, Peggy, please hold. All right, so we're going to go Devon, which I think that purple one is beautiful, by the way. And here's what Peggy is looking at. Tina says, unfortunately, have to go, Lonnie, but we'll see you tonight on TikTok. I'm looking forward to it. Love you, girl. Love you, Tina. Thank you again. And I'll see you later tonight. Oh, Tina, it's after 6 tonight. So I'll send you a message, but I have a counseling appointment and then I'm going on after that. So it's going to be 6. Okay. Right here, they're on sale, but see right here. I mean, if you get these and for some reason you think that they're too heavy, What I would recommend is from here, let's go purple. Let's see if they have a 1460. These are super cute. Ooh, I like the purple laces. Okay, no problem. Okay, cool. These have a platform. You can get them in vegan, but what I was looking for, Peggy, was more of like the 1460s in purple. I don't really see an exact one. The Sinclair, again, the Sinclair is what ripped up my foot. They have them in a couple of vegans. I say get them and try them. I think those are super cute socks, by the way. I say get them, try them. I think they're really pretty, and you're never going to know until you try. So I 100% say that. That's what I'm saying. So believe it or not, we only got about halfway through this collection, and I don't want to rush through the rest of it. So we're going to have part 2 tomorrow. And we are going to be talking about more Doc Martens with more styles. And I will actually, tomorrow, let me write this down. But tomorrow I'm going to go over the freezing method with you here live. And I'll show you the steps. I just don't have any of the newer platforms. So I was wondering, I don't think they're heavy at all. Truthfully, Peggy, I think it's like the whole pit bull thing. I think they have a really bad reputation, but I personally don't think they're heavy. So on live, I'm going to show you how to freeze your docs. And freeze your docs. Super easy. And I've done it with multiple boots, and I've had success 90% of the times, because I do have one pair of Doc Martens that I can't break into. I can't break them in, even if it was like, Lonnie, the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. If you don't break in these boots, all mankind will end. And I'd be like, well, it was really good seeing y'all. There's nothing I can do about that. But I'll show you those boots tomorrow. Ooh, they are nice. Yes. I mean, those purple ones are stinking cute. And I've heard really good things about the Devon boots. But let's finish this up tomorrow, and we will freeze some Doc Martens tomorrow. So part 2, and then freezing our docs for tomorrow. If you do want to join me on TikTok, that would be awesome. I think the links are down below. If not, I'll put one there. If not, I will see you tomorrow back here on YouTube at 9 a.m. I thought today was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I pushed all the buttons correctly and that we had a nice, smooth beginning of our live. So I hope you all have a great day. Please be safe. Wear what you want, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Love you all.